live in Coventry was a chance for several long-standing feuds to be settled, but little did any of us expect some of the shocking twists and turns that took place at the HMV Empire. Up first in Coventry, the undisputed British Tag Team Champions, the Young Guns, in non-title action as they took on Leon Cage and Shane Hook. Rising tide. On this night, Luke Jacobs and Ethan Allen maintained the scintillating form that has seen them dominate the tag team division throughout 2025. A tap-out victory for the Young Guns as they prepare to head into hostile territory, with the Greedy Souls going to be at home in front of a Welsh crowd at Uprising. Speaking of people who have a big night ahead in Cardiff, Jay Joshua keeping himself sharp in Coventry by going up against a very similar opponent to himself in many ways in the returning Shikiro Irie, making his first RevPro appearance for a year and a half. Irie came close to picking up the win with the Beast Bomber Lariat, but a gotch pile driver from Jay Joshua, enough for Joshua to secure the 1-2-3. Next, I mentioned twists and turns. Well, there's been plenty of those in the saga between JJ Gale and David Francisco in 2025. The former Sons of Southampton separating in the most acrimonious of fashions in October when Francisco attacked Gale. Gale was finally able to get his hands on Francisco one-on-one in Coventry. But in the final moments of the match, things took an unexpected turn. Francisco was pinning Gale, and it seemed that someone from the outside of the ring was holding Gale's feet. Francisco got the 3 count, and it turned out the guilty party at ringside was Kelly Six. Six, if you remember, had that self-imposed challenge, 2025 or nothing, to get himself back as a main roster player in Revolution Pro Wrestling. Six and Francisco attacking Gale even further after the bell, and then the numbers game got even worse for Gale as a returning Joshua James helped out Francisco and Six, hitting an enormous splash off the top rope as Gale was left lying and hurt by Francisco, Six, and James. Kanji's recent good form has been a talking point as of late in Revolution Pro Wrestling. In Coventry, she was up against one of the best wrestlers in the world in Miyu Yamashita. Yamashita, the former 4-time Tokyo Princess of Princess champion over in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. Kanji needed all of her technical prowess to secure the win, which she did eventually via tap out. Leon Slater went one-on-one with Robbie X. Slater, who forced his way into that championship match at Uprising by cashing in his Trios Grand Prix trophy, continued to show why he is one of the most talked about wrestlers on the planet right now, using the Styles Clash to defeat X, and then straight after the match, grabbing a microphone and calling out the champion, Shah Samuels.
I am telling you yes this time. Shah, me and you, let's have it right now!
A brawl ensued between Slater and Samuels when the newest member of the Slater Dojo, Samuels' former protege, Harry Milligan, entered the fray. They were beating down Samuels until Jay Joshua ran back out, cleaned house of Slater and Milligan.
Manchester Hall, we do Shah Samuel teaming with Jay Joshua against my coach, Liam Slater, the one and only Harry Milligan.
It initially seemed as though Samuels and Joshua were willing to put their differences on hold so they could team up in London, but seconds later, Joshua showed what he was really thinking, attacking Samuels, leaving him laying with a pile driver, and once more holding that undisputed British Heavyweight Championship belt above his head. Both Leighton Buzzard and one called Manders had made their returns to Revolution Pro Wrestling a couple of weeks ago in Sheffield. Both of them, of course, have had their problems as of late with Ricky Knight Jr. RKJ was not in Coventry, and in his absence, Manders and Buzzard went one-on-one against each other. A first-time ever contest between these two that was ultimately won by the in-form boss of the Plains. Manders getting the pin on Buzzard and reminding us all, not least Ricky Knight Jr., that he is a force to be reckoned with. Next, the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Leo Rush challenging Nino Bryant for the gold. A rematch in the same venue as Bryant's singles debut in RevPro 1 year ago to the week. Rush won that contest in 2024, but this is a very, very different Nino Bryant in 2025. And Bryant continued to show why he is in the midst of an unforgettable run as the Cruiserweight Champion. The Bryant Splash securing the 1-2-3 for Nino Bryant. And so to our main event, a Coventry street fight aiming to settle the score between the Machine and Trent Seven. A feud that began at the Revolution Rumble all the way back in June. TK Cooper and Chuck Mambo have been a consistent thorn in the side of Seven, but Seven in October recruited Mark Haskins to be his tag team partner, and what followed was a ruthless confrontation littered with weapons. All of the Haskins family got involved, including Vicky Haskins with a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, and it was that weapon that proved to be the difference maker, with Haskins locking the sharpshooter into Chuck Mambo. Mambo grabbed the ropes, but Vicky on the outside ground the wire into the fingers of Mambo, who was then dragged back into the middle of the ring, forced to tap out. Haskins assisting Trent Seven in getting that much needed retribution against the Machine. And so we march on. We hope to see you for those final chapters of this incredible 2025 story in RevPro. In the meantime, I've been Dave Bradshaw, and this has been your RevPro Recap.